Hello, I wanted to jump on and just share and give some great information for nonprofits. My name is Ashley Kennedy, and I am the Chief Empowerment Officer at Empower Incorporated. And I specifically wanted to just touch on some ways to really relieve some stress and some pressure off of nonprofits. I serve on the board of a nonprofit. I've also served as a director of operations for one as well. And so I definitely have the background to speak to it. And one of the things that nonprofits really struggle with, and I would say that is funding. It is growth because nonprofits are here and they exist to serve others, and that's all well and good. But it still takes money to run nonprofits, it still takes money to help others. And so I wanted to share some tips that will help you and be very beneficial for your nonprofit just to grow and to also bring in additional revenue. All right. So, the first thing that I want to share is the importance of podcasting. So, I know that there are a lot of podcasts that are out. You can find podcasts on so many different areas. But if you do have a podcast, you are able to actually monetize that. And that's something that can really create passive income for your nonprofit to bring in money. So that's number one. Number two, you can also have a list, so an itemized list. So it's very important that you know all that your organization is trying to accomplish and achieve and how much all of these different things cost. If you are hosting camps, if you have staff, there are some nonprofits where they are responsible for raising their own salary, and that can really cause a lot of stress. It can definitely bring on a burden. However, if you know and you have your budget of everything that you are trying to accomplish in that year and all the different activities, if it's camps, if they are workshops, if they are field trips, you can have that list itemized. And then as you begin to speak to people, you can just bring out your menu of everything that you are hoping to achieve and receive funding in that way. There may be people who love your organization, love everything that you do, would love to be a staff member. However, they're just not able to do it. They may not be able to be released from their job to be in that position. It just may not be for them. However, if they are that passionate about your organization, invite them into that space and talk with them as far as how they can really be involved as a donor and how they are actually able to fund a staff position. So you can totally have them donate and contribute to that staff or staff multiple positions, which will help increase your revenue and also relieve some of the pressure and the stress off of that particular staff member because you have someone else that's extremely passionate about what it is you're doing, the vision, number one, and they can actually staff that position for you. So again, it takes away that stress from the staff person having to fully fund their position. Okay. So that's something else I want to share. And then also going back to the menu of items, if you have your budgeted itemized list. So for example, you have a camp that's going to cost $5,000, and this includes your venue, this includes your transportation, this includes your speakers, this includes your food. You can have all of that listed out. And so as you begin to have your interest meetings or your involvement meetings, the different names that you call them, to invite people in into the vision and to participate and to donate, you already have the list of everything that it would take for you to accomplish your organization's goals. They can specifically select a pot, select an item that they are passionate about, and give to it. You can also show that list to corporate sponsors as well because they have budgets to sponsor and donate and contribute to various charities and nonprofits. So you want to start early. You can hit up different transportation organizations and allow for them to be the corporate sponsor of your organization in that area. If it's transportation, if it's food, if it's special activities. Okay. So you kind of have to get creative and really think ahead and get these corporate sponsors who have money to give to you. Okay. So again, you can do that with your staffing positions. You can also do that with your different activities. That also brings in money that you need to cover your different expenses without you pulling your hair out. And the last thing I want to touch on, and this is something that I don't hear enough about, and it's really about the people that you serve. So, again, I recognize and know that nonprofits are all about serving others. However, in that model, you must be able to include a way, and ways plural, that the people that you are serving can also be a part of their own solution, be a part of their own miracle, and also how they can give back to the organization. It doesn't matter if it's $1, if it's $5. So I'll give you an example. If you have a basketball team, and the basketball team is always having everything sponsored, right? From your corporations, from your donors, all of that, which is what you want. However, you need to be able to create an opportunity for those team members to buy into it themselves, to have some skin in the game, to have some ownership, for them to be able to contribute and give back to something that has helped them. Now, you can come up with different models for this, and that's another video, or that's a consultation, and we can work through that. However, again, if it's $1, if it's $5, if it's them doing a car wash or selling candy, if it's them inviting people, if it's them volunteering at your different fundraising events, you must find a way to bring those that you are serving into the picture. Because when you don't, it can become toxic charity, and it just becomes one sided and transactional. However, if you want to have transformation, which is really what you're going for, and allowing for them to become a part of the solution and them spreading, being a part of the solution, then you must include them. Okay. So a lot of times there are so many charities missing out on that. They exclude the people that they serve. They just give them everything and they don't bring them into the picture. But you want to bring those that you serve into the picture so they can be a part of it, because they are a part of their own transformation, and they need to be provided with opportunities to where they can give and contribute. So I just want to recap really quickly, and then I'll go ahead and jump off. But again, you want to have your itemized budget, your list of expenses of how much everything costs from your staff, okay? And pay your staff well. That's a big stress point when people have to raise their own salary. It's a lot to do that and do the work. So you want to have a budget itemized list as far as your staffing positions and also your activities for the year, your camps, your workshops, your catering, all of that. And you want to be able to present that itemized menu to donors, to people who are willing to give and contribute. You want to be able to get corporate sponsors for these different areas, if it's food, if it's transportation, but you have to know how much it costs first. So you want to start out early and get that. You may have someone who loves your vision, but they can't serve on staff. Allow them to be a donor for that particular staff member. Definitely can do that. That's a way to remove stress from your staff, especially if you have a small staff. Okay. I also shared about if you have a podcast, monetize it. That's passive income that's coming in, and make sure that you're sharing it, that you're having everyone in your network share it, especially when you're giving great information and it's niched and it's specialized and it's ways to encourage others. Very important. That's another way to bring in revenue. Okay. So I just wanted to share those things. And lastly, what I shared is you want to make sure that you are bringing those that you are serving in on the ride. You want to bring it in. You want to bring them in, I should say. And you want to make sure that you give opportunities for them to serve with you and to contribute. If it's them volunteering, if it's them inviting people, if it's them giving $1, but you want to welcome and intentionally incorporate their participation in order for the entire experience to be transformational, and also so you don't burn your staff and your team out, your volunteers out. And so it gives them an opportunity to join in on what has been benefiting them. We miss out on that a lot. when we deal in the nonprofit sector. A lot of nonprofits do. I won't say all, but some. So I just wanted to drop these tips. I would love to hear your comments, hear your thoughts. And I just, again, wanted to jump on here and share just some ways that nonprofits can increase their participation, their growth, and their revenue. So have a good one. And I look forward to empowering you real soon. Bye.